Everybody, the Rose here, and I am back again with some more E3 wrap-ups. Today, I'm going to start by doing PlayStation and Xbox. I'm going to group them together because there's not so much for me to talk about on the Xbox side, because there's really nothing new for Xbox that I've seen. Besides, we get more info on the Master Chief Collection, which I really don't care about. I'm not a Halo fan. Everything else on the Xbox side that was shown is also available on the PlayStation 3 and 4, so I'm just going to couple all that together. I'm going to start with a new Homefront game. It's called Homefront: The Revolution. I haven't played the first one. I'm not really interested in this one. I did watch the trailer. I guess it's like a military shooter, much like the first one. But again, I'm not really into it. I didn't play the first one, not going to play this one. But it's going to come out next year, I believe. So those of you who want that, you look forward to it, I suppose. And then you got a game called Abyss Odyssey by Atlas Games. Personally, it's set. Personally, I think it's it's personally I feel I have mixed emotions about this one. I generally like Atlas games, or at least most of them. So I might play this one. I watched the trailer. It seems to be like a platforming 2D beat 'em up, and I've played quite a handful of them on Steam. Games like Elsword, which I'm currently playing. I've played Dungeon Fighter Online. I've played Vindictus. I've played Rusty Hearts. This game seems a little bit similar to that. The only gripe I have about this game is it's set in the 1900s. I generally don't care for games that are set, into into the distant past. I mean, this one's set in the 1900s, or the 19th century, which would be in the 1800s. But the gameplay itself looks pretty good, so because I generally like most Atlas games, I will probably give this one a shot. Not, right away, but it's something for me to look forward to. I don't remember when it comes out. I believe there was a release date. Yes, there was. It comes out July 15th, 2014, now that I remember. So next month, July 15th, you get your hands on it. Another game I want to talk about by Bandai Namco, or Namco Bandai, whichever you want to refer to them as. They're coming up with another Dragon Ball Z game. Guys, you've done enough. Don't you think it's time to stop? I mean, how much can you possibly rehash the same storylines, the same characters over and over and over again almost every year since, like, the early to mid 2000s when you guys started these games with with Atari and stuff back then. I mean, sure, you guys add new elements to the games and whatnot. You guys just released a new game 6 months ago. That was Dragon Ball Battle of Z, I believe it was called. But I think it's too soon for announcing a new Dragon Ball game. Personally, I wish these games just stop. But because I've played damn near all of them, I'm going to play this one. I guess for me, it's a force of habit. But it comes out, I believe, later this year. Well, not this year, next year, I'm sorry. But it's called Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Xenoverse. So look forward to that. The trailer was narrated by Piccolo, who in English is voiced by Christopher Sabat. So there's that. Characters, obviously all the characters will be in it. Goku, Cell, Gohan, Frieza, Raditz, Vegeta, and so on. So that's something to look forward to, I suppose. And then, pretty much the last game I want to talk about, that's being released on PS3, PS4, Xbox, and whatnot. And you guys knew this one was coming. It's Mortal Kombat 10. This one I have a lot to say about. There's so much information between the PlayStation press conference, which I finally watched, and I did watch the Microsoft one. I'll get to that in a moment. But there's so much to be said about this one, and honestly, I'm really liking it. The gameplay style is in the style of Injustice, which is another game by NetherRealm Studios and Warner Brothers. Personally, I don't like Injustice because I'm not a fan of DC characters. But the gameplay style will be carrying over to Mortal Kombat 10. It'll be more enhanced. X-ray attacks will be back, as gruesome as they were, and characters are different ones. The fighting roster will have 24 characters, 6 of them which have been revealed so far. So far, 2 returning characters only, but I'm sure we'll have more of them, along with some new characters. So far, 4 of them are new, and I'm going to talk about the characters in a moment. The storyline for the game is set after Mortal Kombat 9, up to 25 years in the future. There's going to be, I guess, a new enemy. I'm pretty sure Shinnok's going to be back, so he'll probably be a returning character, but he probably won't be playable. The new characters, one of them is called Kotal Khan. Kotal Khan. I don't think I'm pronouncing the name right, but he reminds me of someone like a Japanese warrior, Chinese Japanese warrior, whatever. He is dressed in like a samurai type armor or whatnot. At least it kind of looks like it. He's got like teal, greenish, blue skin, and he is a brute. He's one of the slower power type characters. He hits for power. He has projectile attacks and whatnot. Another one of the new characters is called Devora. She's an insect character. She can use bugs to her advantage. She uses wasps and whatnot to her advantage. She has stingers, which she could use for special attacks. She uses them quite a bit in the gameplay trailer. The gameplay that she was shown in. So I don't care for bugs or insects in general. I guess it's going to be interesting to see how she plays, in the final game. Another character is a duo character named Farah Tor. Tor is like a juggernaut, big guy juggernaut character who actually has some pretty good combos. And Farah is a little girl who rides on Tor's back, and Tor uses her as a projectile as well as an ally during battle. So basically, fighting Farah Tor is basically like fighting a 2-on-1 handicap match. And Tor can combo into other moves and juggles, while using Farah to attack and whatnot. So I kind of don't really care for that one. The last new character that we know of is Cassie Cage. Cassie Cage is Sonya Blade's and Johnny Cage's daughter. She pretty much takes after her mother in the career field, and she pretty much takes after Johnny Cage with the fighting style. She has Johnny's shadow kick as well as the ball breaker move. She has those. She's a bit of a combo artist, and she looks like she specializes in fighting with her feet, because in the trailer she was using her feet a lot to combo into different moves and whatnot. And yeah, it's interesting. So I'm really looking forward to playing as Cassie Cage. I think that's really cool that Mortal Kombat is over 20 years old, and we're finally getting an offspring character from one of the originals, or I should say from 2 of the original characters of the series. With that said, we're showing a few new stages. You have one called the Cove, which I guess in the final game will be spelled with a K and not a C. And there's another one called Outworld Market. Both stages have environmental actions. One stage you can run up the side of the level that's in the cove, and you can do like a jump over to the other side of the screen. The water with the waves will wash up dead bodies, which you can grab and throw them at your opponent as projectiles, as well as the stuff on the stage itself that you can pick up and throw at your opponent. I think that's pretty cool. That's like a throwback to Mortal Kombat 4, when some of the stages had those skulls or rocks or whatever, big boulders just laying around. You could pick them up and throw them at your opponent. So that seems pretty cool. And the Outworld Market on the one side of the screen has a I guess you could say like a trampoline type overhang. You could run up it and bounce off of it to the other side of the screen to try to get some kind of advantage on your opponent. Or there's a tiger in the middle of the stage. You could jump on the tiger and jump, basically bounce off the tiger onto the other side of your opponent. Pretty much again to try to get an advantage. There's also projectiles in that stage you can throw at your opponent. So this game is definitely going to be interesting. Like I said, it's taking more of the it's definitely taking more of the Injustice approach when it comes to gameplay, which, like I said, that's not the reason I didn't like Injustice, but I can't wait for Mortal Kombat to come out, man. I mean, it's definitely going to be next year. There's no release date yet. There's still 18 more characters that we don't know about yet. I'm pretty sure Raiden's going to be in the game since, he's the Elder God. I guess the main Elder God, I should say. There's definitely going to be some more returning characters. There's going to be some more newer characters. Of course, we already knew about Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So, that's that. And there will be 3 fighting styles for each character. Oh, I didn't know my finger was in the way. 3 fighting styles for each character. So basically 24 characters. Each style is a different fighting style for the character. So think of it as you basically have 72 characters to play with, since you have 3 styles for each character, which gives a bit of, little more variety, which I think is really cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I will be getting it on the PlayStation 4. With that being said, pretty much all the other games I wanted to talk about. Now, moving on to the Xbox, just real quick about the press conference. Really, everything in the press conference I pretty much already covered in my day one Xbox wrap up. They mentioned Forza Horizon 2, Project Spark. Conker's going to be a guest character in it, which people wanted. People want a new Conker game, and Conker is going to be a guest character in Project Spark. So maybe that means sometime in the future we'll get a new Conker game. Maybe not. Scalebound was shown. The Halo stuff. Really nothing new I could really talk about with that. With the PlayStation press conference, again, a lot of that I talked about, as already mentioned, like Uncharted 4, Mortal Kombat 10, Drive Club, The Crew, Rainbow Six Siege, and whatnot. So really the only thing with that left that I want to talk about is the PlayStation TV, which at first I thought I wasn't going to really give a damn about, but turns out I actually care a lot. The PlayStation TV will be in North America. There is no set date for it yet. It will retail for $100, and you can do quite a bit of things with it. So actually, I think you'll be getting your money's worth. You could play remotely on a second TV with your PS4. So you could have your PS4 game on 2 TVs at the same time, I think. I'm not sure how that works. It'll work with PlayStation Now. It'll allow you to play most PlayStation Vita games on your TV. I'm guessing you need your PS4 on to do all of this, because you sync it up to your PS4. Which is awesome, because if it plays Vita games I play, maybe I could start doing PlayStation Vita Let's Plays like I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. It'll also let you play some other games as well, like some PS2 and PS1 exclusives. There's also a bundle for the PlayStation TV. For $140, you get a PS3 controller, HDMI cable, 8 gig memory card, and a digital voucher for the Lego Movie, the video game. Personally, the only thing I could really use out of that bundle is the memory card for the Vita, because God knows I'll need it. You know, I already have 2 of them and a 4 gig memory card, which I can't find the 4 gig memory card. I have 2 8 gig memory cards already, and you know I'll need more of them. So, honestly, I think I'll just get the $100 version when it does come out. So it says, upon release, there'll be like 1,000 games available at launch with it, so I really can't wait for that. PlayStation, only games, 2 of them I want to talk about. First up is Tales of Xillia 2. I bought the first one back in January of this year. It was on sale. The digital copy, I got it for $10. I still haven't played it yet. It comes out on August 22nd, this summer. I probably should get my ass in gear and play it. I know I won't get the second one right away, but I do need to play the first one first. Obviously, the second one is a direct sequel. So, if you haven't seen my first PlayStation Roundup video, I have mentioned that voice actress Erin Fitzgerald is my favorite overall voice actor. She voiced Tipo in the first game, and she will voice Tipo again. So, there's that to look forward to. If you, if you don't really know who she is, check her out. I'll put her Facebook and stuff in the description below, down there, like I did in the first video. Maybe you're a fan and you just don't know it. Then there is Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. This game looks incredible. It's coming out this summer. I believe there was a release date, but I don't remember what it was. And I think there was a release date. I don't remember, but I believe it is coming out this summer. So the Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment also comes with the now no longer Japanese exclusive Sword Art Online Infinity Moment, which is a PlayStation portable game that was only released in Japan. It'll be remastered in HD for the Vita, and it will be included in the Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment game. So you're basically getting 2 games for, one price, which I really like. I enjoyed the SAO anime. The trailer shows, a lot of the characters that were in the anime, most notably Kirito, Asuna, and Lifa. Now, there are a couple drawbacks to this game, which I'm sure will prevent some sales. The game is not voiced over in English, so it'll be Japanese voiceover, which I know a lot of people won't mind at all. It will have English subtitles, but for me personally, I enjoy English dubbing, so that's a major drawback. But it won't prevent me from playing the game. And the second drawback to this is, while it's only on the PlayStation Vita, it's a digital download only, which means there will be no physical copy for this game. And I know a lot of people who buy the games prefer to have physical copies. So, that's that. It is what it is. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. This is day 3 of E3. PlayStation, Xbox stuff, Nintendo, I'm going to look up. I'll be, talking about them later, as in, real soon. So, until next time, I am the Rose saying see ya. Good night, everybody. So long.